Hello, 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 everybody. We are once again back here for another EUROBOWL 2025 Hungary roster. This time we'll be talking to the Greek national team, and we were supposed to have EUROBOWL here, but unfortunately he had some uh, personal life issues that got in the way. But instead, we have Vabap, who was here the last time as well on our Greek interview from last year. So welcome back, and hope you've been well. And would you mind introducing yourself a little bit?
Hello, everyone. I'm Vabap. Real name is Alex. I'm this year's Team Greece captain, and I've been in the Blood Bowl community for the past almost 10 years. I've been also the Greek representative of NAF, and last year I was in the organizing committee of the EUROBOWL Athens, and part of myself was responsible for the rule set and for the judge team. So now in another position as a player, I will be attending Hungary.
All right. And there's been a lot of people talking about the rule sets between the two because there's been quite a shift in at least for some races. There's been quite a shift between the Athens rule set and the Budapest rule set. So there's certainly been a lot of talk about it, at least from what I've seen. How is your from just as a Blood Bowl coach? Like, what kind of history do you personally have? Like, when did you start, for example?
I have started back into just before 2020
Mm.
with the previous edition,
Mm.
playing really casually and attending some games, but with the addition of 2020, let's say I said and I took the I made the choice to play a bit more competitive and to attend more events and try to grow the Greek community.
Mm-hmm. And from what I've heard, that you've been successful in spreading the hobby across Greece, and like from what I heard from the people that I talked to after EuroBowl, you've been you were very everybody had a great time in Athens. So definitely you've been very good at the organizing part. I don't remember any complaints about Athens, so big props for that.
So thanks very much for it, but it was not something that I did alone. And
Yeah.
actually, let's say I'm not the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
The Greek community before me had Optimus Prime, one of our oldest players, who was also NAF representative for many years.
Mm.
And more or less, it was like his vision to make a EuroBowl event in Greece.
Mm.
So once in Malta, we managed to finish fourth.
Mm.
We talked all together as a community and we said, "Are we ready for it?" And we were. So we did our best. We tried our best. We wanted to provide a very nice event for everyone, and it was made from volunteers, not from professionals.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the majority of the people were really positive after EuroBowl Athens. This is the vibe that our team took back from the community.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad to hear that positive feedback also got to you. Speaking of Optimus Prime and generally the the Greek Blood Bowl community, Do you have a sort of special system of like how do you form the national team? Like there's a lot like different nations have different sort of ways of doing it. Like I just previously interviewed the Australians, and for them the selection essentially comes down to can we find 8 Australian players who are willing and able to go to Europe to play Blood Bowl for a weekend. That's essentially like that is the be all end all of their system of selection. Whereas it's like teams such as England and France and Wales and several other ones as well have a much more sort of points based how you've been doing like calculation on who is eligible for the team and who isn't.
So yeah, this is how it started with us. Like, do we have the number of coaches needed to attend an event? Because also, Greece geographically, the rest of Europe is a bit on the side. Like in order to travel, we definitely need to take the plane and many hours if it's not Italy or Cyprus. But since the community was growing and we saw that our players also were growing, game-like, they were becoming more mature. They would understand and have a better feeling of the game. We said that we need to find a system in order for everyone to be okay and no one to feel that he was left aside. And what we did, we are counting every tournament that is held in Greece, and we have a sort of scoring system similar to the one that the NAF tournament series has. So during the year, whenever a Greek player is attending a tournament, he's gathering these points, and at the end of the year, he has to choose 7 tournaments. The catch is that if the coach wants, he can take maximum 3 tournament scores from the previous year. And this is to show some sustainability. So when the calendar year ends, we know who has finished first, who has finished second, third, fourth, and so it goes on. When this total score is done, our system says that the first 5 have an auto ticket for EUROBOWL. The next 3 have an auto ticket either for EUROBOWL or for European, but it's up to the captain's decision on where they will end up. Captain has a bunch of wild cards in case he needs to add someone or make a change, because there might be people who are playing the same race. So having 2 people playing dwarfs and no one can change, it's not an option.
Yeah,
you need to find someone else to fill in the spot. In general, I believe that it is a just system. Of course, time to time we made some amendments, but that's where we are. We hear the comments of our members and we act accordingly. And usually, like the last years, the positions that are not fixed are after conversation with the members that will attend. Like we have 3 empty spots for EUROBOWL. Guys, who do you believe we have to take? Which race do we need, or which coach do we need? For sure, what we're trying to do is always provide a spot for a Greek coach. Like we're not trying to take someone out of Greece. If we cannot do it, then we will open the slot from someone that is outside of Greece. And actually, this year it happened. One of our members for the squad of EUROBOWL is coming from Italy, and we are really happy to have him. Kevin.
Okay. How is the captain of the team? Like how is it he chose? Is he just the whoever has the highest points, or is there anything else to it?
No. It's after voting. Whenever an event like EuroBowl is finished,
Mm,
uh, we have like a 1 month period where people will say if they are interested in becoming the next year's captain,
mm.
and then we will have a voting that will be kept for a month. There will be a Q&A course
Mm,
for the candidates,
mm.
and the community is going to vote who it wants to have as the next captain. So the captain, needs also in this way to see the best and the benefit of the whole community, not only, let's say, the top 8 players or the top 12 players. What I really like to say for the Greek community is that actually everyone in this group is eligible to play in EuroBowl if he wants to, and if there is a need from the team, he will play.
Yeah, that sounds like a very fair system. Like it doesn't sound like it overvalues like puts all of its value on just like how you've been, like, especially like the fact that you can go like, okay, I didn't do that well this year in tournaments, but like last year I had 3 good tournaments, so that it holds value is I think great. Like I think it's a very good addition.
It does, because don't forget that usually, like in the year,
Mm.
the score comes out of specific rule sets. And if it is not your rule set,
Mm.
then maybe you will not perform that well. But this doesn't mean that you're not a good coach.
Mm.
So if last year you outperformed, you should have like a bonus.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's a very nice way of like of making, like, yeah, I agree. There's definitely gonna be some rule sets that some people might struggle to adapt to, like, or have like just don't have the time to make it to like all the tournaments due to real life things getting in the way of the hobby, right? So the fact that they can still show that I'm a good coach, like I was a good coach last year. Like, yeah, I very much like that aspect of the system. So, with that being said, as you were not in the actual playing team last year, we're gonna keep the recap of EuroBowl 2024 a little more brief than the other interviews so far. I did go through the trouble of like I definitely want you to send my congratulations to Erevel, but for he went undefeated with Corn of all teams in the last like EuroBowl. He had 2 wins and 4 draws, and like for a Corn team specifically, that is very, very impressive. So kudos to him.
Yeah, he's one of our greatest players,
Mm.
and young in age, so he has the future ahead of him.
Mm.
And he's a jack of all trades, like a coach that can play different races
Mm.
and can provide many solutions to a good team.
Mm. All right.
Last year in Athens,
Mm.
the Greek EuroBowl team had the misfortune of losing his captain due to
Mm.
COVID.
Yeah.
So we had to substitute him, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I believe that was a big loss, because also Sidasak, the previous captain,
Mm.
is, if not our best player, again, one of the best.
Mm.
Many years playing Blood Bowl, many years in Fumble.
Mm.
I think he's one of the few that has won tournaments with all the rosters.
Mm.
So again, his experience is great.
Mm. Yeah, definitely a big loss. That sort of a veteran coach, and yeah, I can. Very unfortunate timing then but yeah, sometimes like that happens, and I'm glad that you managed to find a replacement at the very least. But yeah, that is going to be a big loss to any team.
we had to take a player from the European team that would play also Dark Elves. A good player though, not as good as our team captain 1 year ago. But again, that's why you need to have a community that is rising and that all coaches become better. Because as I said, whenever the team wants you, you have to be there.
Yeah, it's definitely always good for the hobby if like the overall skill level of the players is increasing like steadily. Is yeah, definitely makes things easier for the national team as well. Just in case things like this do happen, as life often does happen like this. So, but yeah, keeping it a little bit brief. The Greeks won their first round match against Bulgaria, I believe, and then second round they went up against the one of the juggernauts of the Blood Bowl world in France, and unfortunately lost that one.
Yeah, they were the winners of EUROBOWL Athens. Very good team. They had really great players. It would be like a miracle if Team Greece would even take 1 point from France. But it's these kind of games that make the players believe in themselves and see how other better coaches are playing and try to become better.
Yeah, definitely a valuable learning experience, probably, to face off against some of the best in the world, right? So, but speaking of for the third round, Greece got Italy as their opponent, and they won. And Italy is also considered, I would say, one of the big like Blood Bowl countries in Europe. Like they have consistently a very good team, I feel. So
the Italians are really good players. Really good players. I like to say their own school of Blood Bowl. They're playing a bit different than the rest. And while being in the team in Malta, our first round was against Italy, and we lost. It was acceptable because Italy is a better team, a more experienced team, I would say. But we had this bitter feeling that, you know something, we were really, really close. And, by chance, in next year, Team Greece again had to play with Italy. And the players of our team believed in it, played well, because I don't believe that the Italians would ever, give a game, and managed to win. This is a great win for the Greek coaches because it's the way of understanding that we become better, and actually we can play against anyone. It doesn't mean that we will always win, but it means that we do not need to fear any team.
Yeah, it certainly, like, I imagine that it is very like good for morale as well, and like that sort of like getting that win over a powerhouse team as Italy is certainly good for that, like gives you that confidence to go in like even against the tougher opponents. But yeah, then unfortunately, the losses started once again coming in as the fourth round, Greece faced off against Poland and lost, and then Greece fifth round was against the Welsh and lost, and then sixth round was against Australia as a loss as well. So overall, Greece went 2-0-4 in the tournament.
Unfortunately, day two was a disaster. Having talked with the guys, you could say, okay, it's a cliche, but sometimes cliches are also, the truth. It was our bad day.
Yeah.
Also, usually, and I don't know if you have ever heard about from someone else, but usually the host team is in a bit of bad luck. All teams perform better when they are away from their countries in Black Ball.
Yeah, which is very, like, I find it very sort of amusing, because in most games, like in most sports, like having the home field advantage is generally a positive thing, but yeah, it does seem that Blood Bowl is an exception to that rule.
It is an exception because we're not professional players, which
Mm.
means that when you have a game in your city, maybe the previous night you will go with your pals for a beer. And you will sit down there. And you know your guard is down. And you say, okay, I'm gonna wake up and I just need 10 minutes to be there.
Mm.
But if you're away, you stay with your teammates, you pass whole day with your teammates, whole night with your teammates. So it's another feeling. The teams are closer, the bond is better.
Mm. Yeah. Well, at least from what I've heard of the Finnish mentality is that at least a few beers actually makes us play better. But yeah, if you overdo it, then it's gonna result in negatives. But yeah, I can understand the, like, and especially like if you like, because I assume that like most teams, like after day one, like they're gonna have that sort of a sit down. They're gonna have that, like, that moment to analyze like their games, and like, if somebody's gotten like, oh, this is something that like I need to improve on, like that's getting that sort of feedback and getting that sort of like atmosphere, like it can definitely sort of focus your like to Blood Bowl. Whereas, as you said, like if you're in your hometown, or like you're feeling much more relaxed about things, I think, and yeah, I can see how that could affect your performance, certainly.
Yeah. And you also belong, to your wife, to your family when you return back home. You're not in a
Yeah, but with that, do you think that, like, from talking to the team after the event, like, did like, what kind of talking points did they have? Did they feel like that they had a, like, that they did really well in this area, or that they did that there was some kind of something that they missed, like something that they didn't take account? Like, what was the feeling after the tournament for the Greek team?
The feeling was a bit bitter because the guys were expecting some wins in the second game that didn't come.
Mm.
But on the end of the day, it's again a lesson
Mm.
that in these kind of situations, you should not put your guard down, be very focused, play for the team, don't play for yourself.
Mm.
When you have a bad game, try at least to take the draw
Mm.
so that someone else might be able to step up and perform better and take points
Mm.
for the team.
Mm. Yeah, I can certainly understand how the team could feel a little bit frustrated after that, but it's it can also obviously then, like, similar to what you had with Italy game in Malta, and that, like, you felt that you were close to winning that, and now you got to win that, and that must have felt like very sweet, right? So I can imagine that sort of like this sort of a, maybe a little, like, more than a little bit disappointing sort of a result might just like give you that ambition, that hunger to want to improve, and, like, now in Hungary, like, do better, right?
I hope we do better in Hungary.
Mm.
Although half of the team is new
Mm.
or almost new.
Mm.
I believe that we will go with a bit better mentality and a way better camaraderie.
Mm.
And of course, staying in hotels or Airbnbs and staying next to your teammate
Mm.
helps a lot. Being focused on what you have come to do,
Mm.
enjoy, first of all, the event,
Mm.
and then play for the team.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that everyone, in order to be in this position, has spent time in the previous year to go to our local tournaments, to perform as better as possible, to take part in practices, check rosters, check different choices. And this is the time of the year that you go to enjoy, to meet friends, but also to play for your 7 other friends that are there.
Yeah. But with that, that seems to be a good segue to move on to talking about the people who make the team. As you said, about half of the team is new compared to at least last year, with Casual, Aravel, Mindlocker, and Extapodius returning from last year, with GB Boom, Kiave, as you mentioned, Spartan XX, and yourself joining the roster. So first up on the actual list of rosters, and of course the as we're about to go to it, like the page refreshes itself. So hold on a moment. But Casual is I believe the first coach in the lineup.
Yes, our dwarf player.
Yes, you're a dwarf player, and looking at it, I mean, there's a lot of skills that you often expect and see on the dwarves, but there's a couple of things that might look a little bit out of place for for a dwarf roster. The first thing that popped is obviously the one of the blitzers has a grab, and then
This is a typo.
yeah.
It's actually guard.
Okay, it is actually guard. Fair enough. All right,
They have
good.
the organizers,
Yep.
and they are informed. But being on their position last year, I know what it is to run that kind of an event. And we just, okay, since you are aware, it will change. And that's all we want. And I'm really happy also to be here, because whoever is listening to our
Interview.
now knows that there's no grab.
Yeah.
It is a typo.
Yeah. No, that would be like, it would be a very odd choice. I'll be like, I can see a like sort of theoretically I could see usefulness in having grab, but yeah, it makes sense that it is in fact guard. But I think what isn't a mistake on the roster's part is the fact that there's only one runner on the roster.
Yes.
That is and he has leader as the, like, that is most, like, even if like the other runner doesn't have a skill, most dwarf teams I believe have 2 runners on. So just being able to just being able to do with one, like, and only one troll slayer as well is a little unusual.
It is, but it is the coach's choice. When we were making the decision on what race we were going to field and what roster we're going to field, I left my teammates decide by their own, and just telling them that I'm going to veto something that I'm going to find extremely crazy. Also, it is rosters that we have played throughout the year. So as long as a player would perform well, I have no reason to doubt him. If he feels comfortable and confident with a roster like that, then he should field a roster like that. I'm really against deciding for someone else everything. Actually, this is the main thing of a coach. A coach should have his options. You cannot take someone and tell him you're gonna play this like this. You need to let him play on the way that he wants, making his choices. Because if it is his choices, the wins are sweeter,
Mm.
but the losses are bitter.
Certainly, you know, the responsibility is on the shoulders of the coach. Then, like for the choices that they've made, for good and bad. You know. But yeah, no. Do you think that I'm not a dwarf coach, but I do play like Old World Alliance quite a bit. And do you think there was ever a consideration where the Troll Slayer would have stand firm instead of Mighty Blow to give that sort of sideline threat?
Having read the rule set that we were gonna play,
Mm
day one in our mind it was that it's gonna be an extremely bashy rule set.
mm
So we had to be prepared in order to have opponents that would be bash heavy.
mm
The good side with the dwarves is that they can actually be very good defending on dash teams. And having a roster like this
mm
with three mighty blows, block almost everywhere, and a lot of tackle means that whoever is the opponent is going to have a difficult time.
mm
Casual is also a very good dwarf player. He's playing dwarves many years in any kind of platforms,
mm
tabletop, Blood Bowl 3, Fumble.
mm
So it's something that fits him, and I really trust him that he will do his best with it.
mm
He's ready for either having to play against the toughest bash roster
mm.
or the toughest dash roster.
All right. Well, good luck to him. And again, like Dwarves is one of those teams that, like, because as you said, like it comes with a lot of block, it comes with a lot of tackle. Like Dwarves are definitely one of those. It's not generally going to be the skills, like the skills on the players that's going to be the shortfall of the dwarf. It's going to be like it is all about that positional play. And if he's been playing dwarves for years, like well, then he should have that like under control.
In dwarf, you trust.
Speaking of a dwarf, we have a second dwarf player. Though this one is a chaos dwarf, which is not that popular of a race choice in this rule set. We've got EUROBOWL, with the chaos dwarves. He's got wrestle on both of the bull centaurs. He's got 2 guards on the blockers, 2 mighty blows on the blockers, 2 guards on the flamesmiths, and then he's got 4 linemen with nothing and sure hands on one of the hobgoblins, 3 rerolls, and a team mascot. We've seen a chaos dwarf roster before, and they went about things a little bit differently. There were 4 guards in there for sure, but they had stacked tackle juggernaut on one of the bull centaurs instead. So going like double wrestle on there does strike me as a little bit different, at least.
I'll tell you what.
Mm.
Personally, I don't like chaos dwarfs in this environment.
Mm-hmm.
If it was not a Ravel, I would be really pushy on the coach to think of it again.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did a lot of talking with Ravel,
Mm.
because I believe that he could have different race choices.
Mm-hmm.
Not roster choices, race choices.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that he feels confident. Chaos Dwarfs, I think, is like the second or third race that he has the most games on. So he knows the team, although the changes.
Mm-hmm.
He knows the feeling of the team.
Mm.
And I was okay with it. He feels well, he goes well. Now, as for the bull centers with the wrestling, we should not forget that actually a bull center is a piece with potential movement 9. So even if he's down, potentially he can move up to 6 squares.
Yeah.
And since you cannot field another block, it's the next best thing.
Mm. Yeah, I can certainly see that. I can certainly see that, and I have not played against or played as the new Chaos Dwarfs. So all I really know about the Chaos Dwarfs is that, at least from like what I've seen on like Finnish like discussion about Chaos Dwarfs, and Chaos Dwarfs in particular for the EUROBOWL rule set, like a lot of people didn't really have that much confidence in them. So if Arrowell does, then good luck to him as well. It's gonna be interesting. I feel that, like, looking at, like, I can see the potential of like Chaos Dwarves like doing well, but I just feel that they're lacking just a little bit of something. Like they just need a little bit more to get over the line as a team.
Well, I have to remind you that that was also the feeling of a lot of people for Korn last year.
True
But
enough.
they were the person that finished undefeated.
Yeah, true enough. Like Arabelle definitely like showed up, and I said, yeah, like very impressive to go undefeated with Korn in Athens. So if he's sure of playing this Chaos Dwarf roster, then I'm not gonna be the one to I would essentially, like, if I was team captain, I would also go like, all right, you're confident. I'm gonna let you do your thing, and like he can prove himself on the pitch.
I want him to prove me wrong. But I will be extremely happy if he proves me wrong, because it will mean that he will bring a lot of points for the team. And in the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yep. Yeah, certainly. You did mention that he's one of the younger sort of younger players on the Greek team. Like, is he like? Do you think that he's going to be the sort of like? Would you consider him a like a rising star, or is he already like well established, as in like been
No,
active?
he's well established. He's feared enough in our community. Uh, Whenever someone has to play against him, he knows that it will be a very, very tough match. Even if he plays Korn, even if he plays Chaos Dwarfs, even if he has to play Halflings. And in the end of the day, this is the nice thing in a coach. When a coach knows how to use a lot of races, he becomes a multi-tool. And that's what I want for the community, the Greek community, to be able to play, not perfectly, at least 2-3 races. Because until now, and okay, this is normal, the majority of the players have like one race, but they play all the time.
But yeah, no, having somebody who can, like, in case you have another player who only plays the one team, having somebody who can switch to a second or even a third team is and especially with the changing rule sets, right? Like, there's gonna be times where like a particular team just isn't gonna be very good in that rule set, quite likely, right? So having a team that they can fall back upon it can be very important. Yeah.
Exactly. And just to keep in mind, the Eravel finished last year first in our scoring system. So he had also the first pick. But being a team player means that he said, no, I'll let the others first decide, and then I'm going to see my options. And I'm really happy to this kind of
Apologies, I don't know what happened, but for some reason you cut out there.
Okay, so last year he finished first in our scoring system. So he had the actually first pick on what race he had to play. He wanted to play. He dropped his choice, letting others decide first, and having to choose from what was left. And this is a very good thing to do. It shows camaraderie. It shows that you're there for the team and not for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, team player. All right, moving on. We have GP Boom. Sorry. who is playing Amazons. And he's got 2 block on linewomen. He's got a block guard on the Jaguars, and he's got block wrestle on the Piranhas. He's got the leader on the thrower, 2 assistant coaches, 2 rerolls. Yeah, I think this is. I think this is, if I remember correctly, this is a fairly common way of fielding Amazons. I don't think this is the one that I would do. Like I would switch things around a little bit. But it's still a very, like, I mean, it's Amazons, right? There's a reason why 27 out of 30 teams has an Amazon team in like coming to EuroBowl. So yeah, it's more of personal preference, where like with the skill selection than anything else, I think.
It is. My personal viewpoint would be that the blockers should definitely have both guard,
Yeah,
because it's a strength piece with defensive.
yeah,
Really nasty, really nasty.
yeah.
And then the bleachers would be excellent with wrestling.
Mm,
But that's how I will play.
mm,
On the other hand, GP Boom tested it, said that this is the one that I feel that I will perform better.
mm.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Also, he's a new player.
Mm,
He started playing Blood Bowl maybe 2 years ago.
mm,
So I'm really happy to see such a new Blood Bowl player, because he's actually in the war game and board game scene and card game scene a lot of years. I know him like 20 years or so. But in the Blood Bowl scene, he's the last 2 years. He's made great advancement, and I'm really happy to have him as one of my teammates.
Yeah, it is impressive. Like in 2 years of playing a game, like being able to reach the sort of skill level to make it to the national team, like definitely not an easy thing to do.
Especially when you begin to play with Imperial Nobility. Having to score.
Yeah, yeah. And now he plays arguably the best team, like in a tournament setting. Arguably, like there's definitely some people who can argue otherwise, but Amazons is a damn strong team. And like it personally, I don't feel very sort of inspired to play Amazons. I think that they're more interesting than what the Amazons were before, certainly, but I don't know. I just look at an Amazon theme and go like, yeah, I'd rather play something else. But that's just as a from a coach perspective.
Yes, but playing in EuroBowl, you need to be able to compete against any roster. I mean, yes, there are definitely rosters that you hate playing against.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon is one of them. Historically, dwarves are one of them. I mean, if you're not a dwarf player, usually you don't have a good time playing against dwarves. But now we're talking about an event that every country tries to field its best coaches with their best choices.
Yeah.
And Amazons is one of them.
Yeah. Certainly is. All right. Then we have the Italian edition, Chiave. Apologies if I butchered the name. Playing Elven Union, and there's been a fair amount of Elven Union rosters that we've looked at so far, and the last one, like the Frenzy Wrestle Catcher, is really nice. I can't say that like I really like that as a piece that is available to the Elven Union. He's also gone for block dodge on the other catcher, and then he does have 2 throwers. One of them has leader, the other one has nothing, and then both of the blitzers are dodged up as normal, with one friend wrestle lineman in the mix as well. I mean, I don't know what to say about Elven Union other than like this is like it's just gonna be tough, like to take on this team, right? Like unless you actually manage to remove the elves, which can always happen, of course, especially for Elven Union with its lower armor value. But this is gonna be a tough team to try and beat, I think.
Well, now you know we are entering the Italian school of Blood Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
where our friends are really like to play with blodgers and elves in general.
Mm.
So who am I to say no?
Mm.
I mean, if you have a player like this, especially in a community that usually does not play elves, I mean, here in Greece, we love to play bash.
Mm-hmm.
We love it. It's like our thing. We love to play hard defense and to try to smash the opponent. The Italians have another way of playing. They like to play fast, delicately, I would say. And this is one of the rosters that proves it. It has tools. The Wrestle Frenzy Catcher is there for a reason. And the three blodgers are there for a reason. I hope that Kiav is going to go well, because checking the Greek rosters in general, he is one of the very few Dash members that we have.
Yeah, it's it is like Elven Union is a fairly popular, and like there is also like Wood Elves have like I think 12 rosters or something like coming into EuroBowl. But I do feel that this year's EuroBowl rules has made people favor more bashy and hybrid teams. So like, but I do think that every team needs at least one team, like an Elven Union player or a Wood Elf player or something like that, like, or a Skaven player, to have that. Like, I assume that Kiabe is going to be very much your like as a captain, like if you need a win, like he's the guy you're gonna go and tap on the shoulder, and like we really need a win here.
He's more of a wild card in general. You never know what an elf can do. You know, there is a term that I would not like to use, beginning from Elven, and many people know the ending. So you never know how a game against elves is going to go. But as I told you before, we have the feeling that this rule set will be extremely bashy. Checking the race choices for the EuroBowl, I see that plenty coaches, plenty teams have gone with dash teams or teams that can play both bash and dance, switch, being a little bit more agile. I mean, you have Amazons, which in general, having all this dodge, they can be considered a dash team. Second is the Chromantic Horror, where again, they can switch. They can play either very aggressively or try to run. They have pieces that can run. Vampires, the same. Elven Union, the same. I mean, the top 4 choices are all choices that can play either very fast or very agile. Sambling Undead have 4 ghouls that can do this job. Skaven, humans, Wood Elf. I mean, looking down the list, you see that a lot of people have gone this way. And this is where, personally, I believe, having chosen the tackle skill is going to shine.
Yeah, very, very much I agree. There's been, like, having talked to, interviewed a couple of team captains already, and, like, I've been seeing less people pick tackle, like, as a skill on their players, than what I expected. Especially because, Amazons are that popular. I expected tackle to be, like as a skill choice to be more popular than what it's so far been. So yeah, I do agree that I think tackle like the people who chose that as a is it's gonna come in very handy. But moving on to, again, as you said, one of the most popular choices for is necromantic horror. We got Mind Locker, and this is an interesting variation of the roster in that this is the only werewolf so far where we've seen a skill stack, and like a blodge werewolf is a great piece to have.
This is a product of both Mindlocker and EUROBOWL.
Mm.
Mindlocker is a dedicated necromantic horror player.
Mm-mm.
And okay, EUROBOWL is EUROBOWL.
Mm.
So while talking on what should be the roster, they came up with this idea. They tried it, and the coach seemed to love it.
Mm.
But still, as you can see, there is a wraith with tackle.
Yeah.
So he knows where he's messing up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is. It is certainly one of those like things that the wraith with tackle is it is just one of those things that I mentioned it before. Is that whenever I see like a necromantic wraith, I just always assume that it has guard because it is such a good piece to have like guard on. But yeah, I can see why you would put a tackle on, especially because you only have the one werewolf, right? Because a lot of people say that frenzy is the poor man's tackle, essentially, right? So, but when you only have the one werewolf rather than the two, then a wraith with tackle will help out a lot in the Amazon matchup and in matchups like again, against Skaven, against pro elves, like yeah. But
and the rest. And the rest is also a skill that can be considered anti-blodge.
Yeah. Yeah,
Here, there are two. If tackle does not work, or if tackle is far away, then why don't use the wrestle piece?
Yeah. And I mean, necro teams, as teams go, is one of those teams that they're always going to be solid. Like if you have the like, I very much am in the camp that the flesh golems should both have guard. There are some people who argue putting a block on a flesh golem. I've even seen some rosters that put block on both of them. But I'm very much in the camp of having the two guards and then a block ghoul and a wrestle ghoul. And at least one guard wraith. Most of the time I see two. But yeah, like necro teams is one of those where like unless you go for some really really strange skill choices, they're always going to be like they can threaten anyone. Like they can find a good matchup. Like they have the tools to fight a good game into anyone.
Yes, this is a hybrid team that someone has to fear. Necromantic horror in general, and it is very strong in this kind of rule set. Extremely strong.
Yeah, I would agree. What about Mindlocker as a coach himself? He's a
necro specialist.
Yeah.
He knows to play necro better than anyone. He has 2 EUROBOWL past experiences, so he knows where he's messing. He's a good coach in general, and in his good day, I believe that he can take a result out of any player.
Well, always good to have that sort of a player who can go up against the best of them and have a chance of like winning is always good to have on the team, yeah. And especially again with a necro team, like that just works to his advantages because necro has the tools to threaten or win against any team. Well, yeah. Moving on to one of the newer additions to the team this year, we've got Spartan XX, who did also give the channel a follow earlier on, which we very much appreciate. Taking Lizardman with 4 blocks and 2 guards on the Saurus, Chameleon, 2 rerolls, 4 skinks, and a Croxigore. I would like this is probably what I would consider to be the default like Lizardman roster coming into EuroBowl. But like as we mentioned before, is that like the differences between the rule set between Athens and Hungary, like Budapest, is like it's been seen in the amount of like Lizardmen teams, because there's only 7 of them, I think. Whereas
7, yes.
Yeah. Whereas in Athens, they were one of the more popular races, I'm pretty sure.
A lot of people have chosen Lizardman in Athens.
Yeah.
Lizardman is also, an expensive team. So having to make a roster with less money, Lizardman is one of the teams that has issues. And it's also the cap of the 4 skills. Athens, the cap of the 4 skills was a choice. Here it's mandatory. And since Lizardman players love to play with 6 block, if you take a Lizardman coach out of his sweet spot, he doesn't feel very comfortable. But in this rule set, I believe that this is a default Lizardman roster. I cannot imagine of another one, to be honest. And as for pattern, in the beginning, we were trying to create a Tomb King roster, because he also plays Tomb. And honestly, I believe that Tomb Kings perform better than Lizardmen. But for this coach, he would perform better with Lizardmen in this environment, according to our Greek tournaments. So he decided to go on with Lizardmen.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think there's been quite a bit of talk of like, if you're taking Lizardmen, like what skills would you take? Like this is as I said, I think this would be the default for a lot of people. There's been I have seen a roster that has has only 1 guard and the other guard is a wrestle. And then I have seen also like a team that has tackle instead of a guard, I believe. Personally, like if I was to Lizardmen aren't really my team, but if I were to play Lizardmen in this environment, I would actually drop one of the blocks for a tackle, just because I know that there's going to be so many Amazon players, right? But
yes, it was in our consideration to change one skill, maybe guard, to a tackle or a frenzy. But the coach felt better having these skill choices. We passed all viable scenarios. I mean, even giving a guard to the Croxigore or trying to fill 7 skills. We did our homework. In the end, this is what we came up. It is a default, and actually, if something is a default, it means that it has been worked on by many people, and many people have approved it. So, since we work with Lizardmen, then why not going with this skill choices?
Yeah. No, it is one of those that like it sounds kind of funny to me in a way that like Budapest is going to be more bash heavy, bash favorable to like compared to Athens, right? And then yet one of the teams that I think would do very well in a bash environment, which is the the Lizardmen, is not that popular of a choice. Like it feels like on the surface of it, it feels odd. But like when you look into there's a lot of Lizardmen like coaches who just, if you can't have the 6 block, then they're not a Lizardman coach at that point anymore. Like they'll play something else, which I can understand why. Like I can understand why. I don't personally agree with it, but I can understand why.
Same spot here. I don't personally agree, but I can understand these players.
Yeah. What about Spartan? like himself as a coach? What do you have to say about him?
He's a relatively new coach, about like 3 to 4 years playing in a competitive scene.
Mm.
He is one of the best people to play against. I mean, all the matches I have given against Spartan are excellent
Mm-hmm.
at best of the time. And he's the coach that can do the craziest thing possible.
The craziest thing possible.
Yeah, like dive in with a sking for uphill
Yeah.
2 dice. Grab my beer.
Yeah, that's yeah, I mean, I do think that like because skinks are that fast and they have that stunty and they have the built-in dodge, like the most successful lizardman coaches do need that like eye of going like, okay, there's a chance, like there's a spot, and if this succeeds, like it's gonna upend the whole game. Like in a way, I feel that it's kind of similar to Skaven in that like the coach has to be on the lookout for those sorts of like potential plays and be willing to like not be scared of going for it.
Yes, but on the other hand, this is like a win big, lose big situation.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah.
If it works, it can change things. If it doesn't work, then you definitely need a plan B or maybe a plan C.
Hmm. Yeah. All right, moving on. We come to your roster, and you are taking orcs to Budapest.
Yes. Well, orcs is my race. I love playing orcs.
Mm.
I play orcs everywhere, not only in Blood Bowl. Yeah, I really love them. I really love them. I would say that orcs is not like the best race to field in EUROBOWL, and that's also something that you can see from the number of coaches that have chosen orcs. It's not really high, but it is a solid race.
Yeah.
And after the time that we gave everyone gave its rosters, and I saw how much of Dash we're gonna have against. I'm really happy to have made the decision of fielding 2 tackle bleachers.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was looking at this. Yeah, I was looking at this roster, like, and a lot of the times, like you do see like people wanting to put guard on at least one of the orc blitzers, but in this environment, like in EuroBowl, with the teams that are going in, just having 2 tackle blitzers and then also having 2 mighty blow blitzers as an additional sort of threat like that can really play dividends for you. Like it's
Yes. To be honest, I I don't feel comfortable as an orc player with the amount of money needed to make an orc roster, because you have to give up some things. Now you will tell me that with this rule set, everyone has to give up some things, and we will definitely agree. But I have to see it from the orc aspect, orc race aspect. I would be really happy if I could have 13 players and the 30th player to be a goblin, so that I could at least have the possibility of thinking about the one turner. Not that it works. I don't remember myself having so many times use the one turner successfully, but it's there.
Yeah.
It's dices, and you never know.
Yeah.
With 12 people, with 12 players, I had to think of how to make my roster sustainable. And a sustainable roster one of its choices is to thin out the opponent.
Mm-mm.
So that's why I have actually 3 mighty blows. It's the troll has a built-in mighty blow plus 2 that I have chosen. And the tackle is there for any stunty piece, any squishy target like a ghoul, like an Amazon, like a catcher, like pretty much any elf. Orcs thrive when they have the numerical advantage. It is a team that, again, needs well positioning because one small mistake can lose you the game. They're not the fastest team, after all, and they're not the greatest ball handlers. But if Gork and Mork is on your side and you manage to take the numerical advantage, then the game most probably will end in your pocket.
One thing that I did want to ask you is that like you put the guard, like the 4th guard, on the troll rather than on the big and blocker. Did you think about, like, rather than doing that, just having it on the last blocker, biggin, or?
Yeah, I'm a person that really loves mirroring. What do I have on the left side? I want to have it on the right side. What do I have forward? I really like to have it backwards. And this is something that really hits in my eye every time I see it. Okay, like there is a blocker that is naked.
Yeah.
On the other hand, a troll, a strength 5 piece with guard can become a game changer. Yes, it is dice, but Blood Bowl in general is dice.
Yeah.
But let's say, what would you fear more? To have a troll, strength 5, giving guard to the orcs next to it, or having a bigger blocker, strength 4 with guard, giving the guard to the orcs next to it?
Yeah. If the troll works, it is definitely the more intimidating of the two, certainly.
Yeah, and the troll also in 2020, one of the changes that I really liked, has a built-in anti-blodge.
Yeah, with the throwing up on people.
Yes. The funny part, playing usually in fumble, people forget about it. So I have ended up in many games where the opponent has, given on the troll like a pro elf blitzer with sidestep and dodge, just staying there, feeling that, okay, if you don't see a power, nothing is going to happen to me. So I play all of my orcs, and in the end I say, okay, let's try this one. Let's try the projectile. And the elf ends up on the bench. Best time ever.
Yeah, I do like the fact that they added that to the troll in the sense that, like, it's like the troll. Trolls, I think, like, could use a little buff between, like, from what they were before Blood Bowl 2020, and I think, like, just adding that option, like, has made them good enough. Like, they felt a little underpowered when it came to big guys, so I like that they did that.
It is still the biggest liability, and it is still the worst guy of the game.
Yeah.
But when the troll works, it does miracles.
Yeah. Did you ever consider, like, since you said that, like, you wanted to have that a goblin in the team, was it ever a consideration for you to change one of the linemen to a goblin instead?
No, it's never.
Okay.
The goblin is a liability. It's squishy enough. It can end up in very tough situations. It cannot provide the armor that the rest of the team provides. Orcs are a race that play defense. They don't play offense. They play defense. The orc is successful in defense, then things get way better. And the Goblin is not there for the defense.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, last but not least, Extapodius. Playing Shambling on...
It's Ktapodias, which is actually... Yes, Ktapodias, it's octopus.
Ah, okay. Extapodius, okay. Huh. I mean, just, yeah, octopus, fair enough. Yeah. Playing Shambling Undead. And 3 ghouls, 2 blocks, 1 wrestle. Mummies both have guard. We got a guard white and a mighty blow white, and then 5 zombies and 3 rerolls. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it's an undead roster. It's gonna be solid. Again, my question is the mighty blow on the white blitzer really necessary over a tackle? Like that is my one question to this roster.
My point of view is also that I would go on with a tackle. We talked it a lot. We tried it a lot. The coach feels better with a mighty blow. So I have to trust him.
Yeah. All
On
right.
anything else, it is whatever you would expect from a Shambling Undead roster.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like again, there's some like some people want rather than having 2 block ghouls. Like some people like having something like sure hands, and even I've seen even a strip ball ghoul as well. But I think this is a very like a baseline baseline lineup for the undead, and it's again undead, not a bad roster at all at any point. So how is
Here, the referee is again the skill choice that can play instead of the tackle. It's a poor man's tackle.
apologies once again. I didn't for some reason you suddenly went like very very muffled, very quiet. So if you would.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I was just saying that in this roster, the wrestle is the poor man's tackle. It's fair to substitute tackle when needed, but when you have to play against a bash team, wrestle can kick in every round.
Yeah. True enough. So what can you tell me about Octopus as a coach?
He's one of our oldest members, playing Blood Bowl more than 20 years, I would say. No, really more. If I'm not mistaken, it's more than 20 years.
That's okay. Ooh.
He loves Undead. He plays Undead maybe 90% of the time. Nowadays, he also tries to play Skaven, just for the change. He has past EUROBOWL experience. He was in Malta. He was in the Greek team in Athens. He's one of the old guard. Solid player. I believe he will be one of our defenders. Be there, not to lose points, provide at least a tie, and go for the win when able.
Yeah, very similar sort of situation as Casual then with the dwarves.
Yes.
All right. But yeah. The one thing about that people might have noticed already is there is one very popular team that is not represented here, and that's the Vampires. Is there like, as you said, like you trust the coaches to make the choices, like to who they want to play as, and was there just nobody who felt comfortable playing Vampires?
Well, there are coaches. The majority of the coaches in our squad are people that play a specific race. Like Tapodias is usually playing undead. I'm usually playing orcs. Spartan is either lizardmen or tomb kings. Mindblocker is a necromantic player. Garthol is a dwarf player. GP Bob now chose Amazons, which is a roster that you actually a race that you need to have. Chiave, because the Italian blood spoke, had to play elves. And who can say no on this? So we end up in Eravel. Eravel tried vampires, but he feels better with the Chaos Dwarf choice. And to be honest, I can understand this. Not that I don't believe that vampires are great. They are great. But they are dice dependent. Dice can really kill you. So even if you play a flawless game, some snake eyes will destroy the game.
Yep. It is very much a case of like if those bloodlusts come at a very like at a crucial time, it is just one more dice roll that you have to make, and if it goes poorly for you, that can ruin everything.
They will come. The majority of the vampire players field 6 vampires.
Yeah. Yep.
Every vampire has to roll a 1d6, which means that every round a vampire will have a bloodlust. If it is the first vampire, it's a problem. If it is the second vampire, it's a smaller problem, but it's still a problem, which means that eventually you will run out of free rolls. And the other thing is that if you run out of thralls, then the game gets crazy.
Yep. Very much true. I mean, at least for the vampire player, at least the vampires don't run off the pitch anymore. It is just a turnover. But yeah, it's still very much a yeah. Especially if you're fielding both of the blitzers, right? Because they bloodlust on a 3+ rather than a 2+. Like it's just it can be very, very dicey.
It can become destructive.
Yeah. But yeah, fair enough. And as I said, I think Vampires is one of those teams where you have to I feel that you have to have a good grasp of how to play them and want to play them. Because as you said, you can get those games where you would play a flawless game, but then the dice just say that no, you're bloodlusting constantly, right? So and that can even that can really get to you as a coach. That can really sort of mess with your morale, and especially in a team tournament, right, where you're part of it. It's not just you losing, right? It is the team taking a hit if you lose. Then Vampires is gonna be yeah.
Exactly, and something that people seem to forget is that in this kind of tournaments, since it's not a single player tournament, sometimes a draw is way better than a win. Because in the end, if a team of 8 people can manage to have 7 draws and 1 win, they take the round.
Yep.
So we went with more stable choices. Choices that will make us take fewer risks. And Blood Bowl is a risk management game.
Yep. Definitely is. All right. With that, I think that we can turn our attention to the next topic of what are your expectations for the 2025 Blood Bowl? Is there a particular where do you want to say you'll make it to the top 10? Do you have that sort of a goal as a team?
My personal viewpoint is that I believe that we have the material, the coach material, to be in the top 10. As we had it in Athens, but it didn't happen because we had misfortunes. In Malta, we managed to finish fourth, which was great.
Yeah, like that is a very good, yeah.
I'm not saying that it is easy. I'm not saying that we are a powerhouse. But we have the mentality and we have the players that in their good day, they can do miracles. Which means that if we don't get afraid of our opponent, or we sometimes, you say, okay, this opponent seems easy, so I will let my guard down. No, that's a mistake. If we are focused, we will be able to perform well. Again, yes, it is a game of dice. You never know how it's going to go. But I truly believe that the Greek community is a community that knows how to play proper Blood Bowl. So it's not difficult for the Greek team in the next years to have a stable slot in the top 10. Maybe bottom 10, like bottom top 10.
Yeah, like 10, 9, yeah.
7.
Yeah.
But for sure, the image and the statistics that Team Greece has now, I can say that they are false. The image of the statistics, not the statistics by themselves. Statistics never lie.
Yeah.
But if we are focused, we will go well. And I really hope to see us in top 10. To be more realistic, the choice is to be on the top half of the teams. This is like step 1.
Yeah.
But if the first day goes well, then why not go for the dream?
All right. Yeah. Seems some people like putting realistic expectations on themselves, and some people like to aim a little higher than that. And this seems like that, in that, like, that you can reach it to top 10, and like it sounds like it doesn't. It's certainly not impossible. Like there's no question that, like, you're overreaching if you're aiming for top 10.
We've done it again, so why not try at least?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is also an example for other teams. Okay, in the first EuroBowl that Team Greece went, it finished, I think, last. But after some years, it managed to finish fourth. Was there luck? For sure. Every time there is luck involved.
Yep.
But it cannot be only a product of luck. It means that people played well. People were ready. People did their homework, believed on the rest of the team, and performed well. So if these things happen again, if we believe in ourselves, believe on our teammates, are extremely focused and try to minimize risks and mistakes, it's not something that cannot happen.
Yeah. And I wish you good luck in your climb. I mean, I will have to say that I'm gonna be cheering for Team Finland. So if you do go up against Team Finland, I hope that you lose. I hope you don't take that personally. But other than that, certainly hope that you're gonna do well in the EuroBowl.
I wish the best ones. I people to have a great time. I know how difficult it is to organize events like this. So I agree with the organizers also. And I believe that we will have a great event. And after all, Blood Bowl is for having fun. So this is like goal number 1. Have fun. And while having fun, try for your best.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming back a little bit, is there any particular team that you would want to face in EuroBowl? Like any particular rivalry, or just, you want to take on one of the big names and, like, win?
I would like personally to play a rematch with the teams that we lost in Athens. It doesn't mean we're going to win them all. But it will be a nice thing to square things up. We did this with Italy. We lost the first time we played in Malta. We won the second time we played in Greece. So why not make the score square?
All right. But with that, we've come to the end of the interview. So if you have any sort of event like Blood Bowl event that you want to tell people about that's happening in Greece, or any stream, blog, that sort of a thing, feel free.
I just want to inform people that every summer around June or July, we have the teams tournament of Greece called the Greek Bowl, where teams of 3 compete to become the champions of Greece. Usually we have visitors from Italy, and it's great because we see other people playing and we see the Italian school and we learn a lot. So I would like to open this invitation to other people. Bring your friends. Athens is a great place. Summer is excellent. The beach is close by. So you can combine everything. You can combine historical walks and museums, nightlife, summer, and Blood Bowl.
I'm sure that there's plenty of beer to be had as well. So.
Yes, and also there is every time a unique miniature of like a demigod or a god or a hero of Greek mythology. With some Blood Bowl tones given for every participant. So I love it. Greek Bowl is something that is excellent. It's a blast, and I would really like to see other people joining rather than only Greeks. And Italians.
All right. So that was June or July every year.
Yeah, usually it's end of June, beginning of July. Usually in January we create a calendar of the year. So whenever we will find the best spot, we will upload it in our Discord server, in our Facebook group. We talk with friends. But whoever is interested, he can just find me on my socials or personally in the EUROBOWL or here in Discord, and I'll give you any info that he needs.
All right. Once again, I thank you for making the time to be here in the interview again. As I said, hope you have a wonderful EuroBowl and good luck with your games and all of the fun that you're gonna have.
Let's hope everyone has a blast. EuroBowl is, after all, a celebration of Blood Bowl, and let's wait for the next big event. And as it's for the next edition.
Yeah, it is right around the corner, isn't it? And I have a feeling that it's gonna shake up things more than a little bit if some of the rumors that I've been hearing are correct. So, but yeah,
every change needs time to be processed. But in the end, when you are playing with the same rules with everyone else, then there's no issue at all.
Very true. But thank you once again for being here, and thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and we're still going to be getting tomorrow. There's going to be several teams, potentially even 3 teams. If we're crazy, maybe even 4. So hopefully people are interested and enjoyed this, and will be tuning in to watch those as well. And as I always say, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, whatever happens to be the time of day for you. Have a good one.